Hello there, World of Tankers, Untitled Blitz, and welcome back to the channel once again. If you've been sticking around for quite a bit of time, or you're brand new, hopefully you're going to be enjoying this delectable content I'm going to be throwing at your mouths. So we're going to be talking about the E100 in today's video. And as you probably read in the title, this is the most played Tier 10 heavy tank in the game currently, with about 10,000 people on average playing it in the last 90 days. Pretty dang impressive. So there's a lot of reasons why, of course, it is such a popular vehicle. First of all, it's got a lot of hit points. It's got a massive 640 damage gun, and the line as well is a very fun one at that, with the Tiger on it, which a lot of people know and love, the Tiger 2 as well, the King Tiger. So the E100 line is a super fun and easy line to grind in my opinion, and the Tier 10 is one of the best Tier 10 heavies to currently go for. But it's actually been a trend lately that some of the vehicles that weren't really played as much have been buffed and now are some of the most played, like the T57 Heavy. This in fact was one of the least played Tier 10 heavies in the game, behind the WZ-113. Well, now the WZ-113 sitting at around 2,000 average players, and the 57 Heavy's at 8,000. So it's always changing on how many players are running it. And I definitely understand why the E100 and the 57 Heavy are so popular now, because, yeah, the 57 Heavy has a massive clip that literally demolishes half of my hit points in 5 seconds. So, yeah, don't mess with the 57 Heavy. But, of course, we're going to be talking about the E100 in today's video. Now, this is actually one of my favorite Tier 10 Heavies to run in the game. And the reason for that being is because it's so easy to run. Literally, all you need to do is know how to angle your turret correctly. Even if people do penetrate your turret, you've got 2,750 hit points, which means that, yeah, you're going to get hit, let's say, to premium round from, I don't know, the IS-7. So that guy's got about a 50-50 to pen my turret in the first place. He pens my turret, and, you know, he's going to take off 390 on average with the APCR shell. So, yeah, it's going to hurt, but again, all that time he's spending aiming, all that is giving my team more time to recoup, get him back, and as well, I've got a massive 640 damage shell that I can hit into the enemy. Now, of course, the enemy actually has quite a bit of heavies this game. They got 2 E100 and as well an IS-7, but we do have a mouse, and mouses have a lot of HP. That's one thing that's really nice on the E100 is you have 2,750 hit points. And if you're not running the hit point buff on this vehicle, I would definitely suggest you do so, something that's quite important. Now, of course, one of the nicest things about the E100 is the 150mm high explosive shells. I hit that IS-7, I knew I couldn't penetrate him in the side scraping angle he was at, so I just loaded an HE shell and figured why not shoot him with a high explosive. So we did get hit in the side there, and now that IS-7 did fire, of course, I can just pull out here. We can try and get a nice tap. Oh, actually, we got the 100's turret there. And, of course, a nice little beefy shell for 670 damage. That is why I love the Alpha, because it just hurts the enemy so bad. My mouse actually doing a spectacular job of being a Tier 10 heavy tank, taking shots for the team. Let's get a nice tap right into the rear of that E100. There you go. I always try and focus on damage, especially when it's some of the beefier tanks like that. But, of course, you can also focus on getting the kills. But all that's left is this poor IS-7, and, well, yeah, you're going to see what's going to happen to this guy pretty dang soon when we get a massive 150mm. Actually not, I think that hit his gun. Sometimes, of course, you do get a little unlucky, but again, we got a nice little ram in there, so I can't really complain. So all we have left already is the Leopard, we've got the Sheridan, so this was a pretty nice team. You normally don't get battles that are this simple, but as you can see, we had the push that went, well, pretty dang well, should I say, for our team here. We've got the Batchat pushing right up the mid as well. I could shoot an HE, but as we know, Batchats are quite troll to penetrate. I'm not going to bother shooting HE at him right now. I'm still getting used. I just got back from vacation, so I'm just getting used to the PC controls once again, so I think I'd much rather start using the PC right now. So let's see if we can, oh, I guess we're not going to get a shot into that Leopard. Take it back. So we got the Batchat and we got the FE off to the side. So let's see if we can get a tap. Beautiful tap right into the turret there. You can see that this gun is actually quite accurate for what it is. So let's see if we can get a nice little, maybe a little butt ram into this FE here. This guy's obviously not going to be surviving much longer. Yes, here we go. And let's tap the HE. Actually not. Nice shot to the Sheridan there. But we didn't break 3,000. I think we did, because we got a little bit of a love tap. So we just about broke 3,000 damage, as you can see. And that was a pretty average, simple game for the E100. I traded with the IS-7. I pretty much can trade with anybody and always come out on top. And that's one of the reasons why, of course, I say Alpha is key, is because while you don't have damage per minute, while I'm going up against, let's say, a WZ-113, which has 3,440 DPM. First of all, if that guy wants to get through my turret, he's going to have to load premium, which means his DPM is now lowered about 3,000. So now his DPM is closer to mine. Not only that, but he has to constantly pull out. He has to make sure he pens all of his shells. And in that time, I can easily tap right through his upper plate, not worry about bouncing him. And, of course, I'm going to come out on top every time because I have more hit points and a much higher alpha. So I actually personally think that alpha is key, especially in the 100. This tank has actually ran over the mouse in certain tier 10 tournaments now. nowadays. So definitely something to keep in mind is going for alpha over the DPM. But of course, there's also tanks like the VK90, which kind of have both, or the Mouse, where they've got good armor, they've got good well, not good DPM, but average DPM, kind of like the E100 here. So there's always different types of heavies you can go for, but I definitely would suggest, if you don't have the E100, which would be very surprising to me judging how many of you have played it, I would actually say go for this line. This is one of the easiest lines to grind in Blitz. It's the Tiger Spectacular Tier 7, Tiger 2 as well, Spectacular. They're a little bit tough to run stock, but once you get past the stock grinds, they're all spectacular vehicles. So here we go. We got the VK72. Let's see, beautiful tap right into the little side boob on that guy. You can see that that's a very easy shot to hit. One thing I can tell you I love about PCs being able to type pretty quickly. Oh, I really did not enjoy having the type on tablet. But let's see. So we've already hit that VK72 once. Of course, we're going to out-reload him here. And there's another nice tap into him. 183 bouncing right off of, that would probably be, yes, you can see that streak right next to my turret. So we've already done about 1,300 damage. That poor VK72, taken off about half his hit points. And I actually do think that the E100 is a better tank than the VK. I do think the VK is a solid tier 10 heavy, but you can just see that the little side boobs on the VK really cause it to fall apart. Now, I did get hit by the 183 from that position I was in. So I'm going to push off to the side here. That way I don't have to worry about it. This VK is also probably somewhere back here still, which means I might be able to get a nice tap into him. So we're going to find out. I think I did just see something break over here. Not 100% sure. I could just be losing it. But there's that 183 detected, and it looks like, sadly, our 4202 is going to be falling apart. But here is the VK. We also got the YAG right there. Let's aim in on you. Get a little nice tap for 668. Again, that alpha. If I was in a 113 or something like that, yeah, I would have been able to hit that guy, but definitely for not as much damage as that. So let's see. That YAG probably spotted me. Yes, he did. But again, I'll actually take a trade with the YAG just because I've got so much hit points as it is. But right now, I want to clear this VK. Ooh, that's a T30. Okay, maybe I don't want to trade with all these guys. We got the T30 right there. That YAG Panzer is right off to the side as well. I'm not sure if that guy's going to back up. Not really sure what the enemy team's planning on doing right now. I'm just going to aim for this T30's turret. Let's aim a heat shell at it. Oof, just missing. I was like, you know what, I could take the trade, but I guess it wasn't necessarily worth it in the long run. But, of course, you know, I've got so many hit points, it's not the end of the planet. So I'm just going to push off to the side here, be a little bit more cautious. So let's see what else we got to deal with here. So the YAG Panzer's off to the side. That guy's going to be demolished. We've got the 57 Heavy right in front of us, and oh, man, that luck is not going too well for me now. So you can see the gun isn't necessarily the most accurate. Like that shell, yeah, that probably should have hit. I even aimed that one in a little bit longer than normal just to make sure it would, and yeah, sadly, it just did not want to connect. And we also got hit for like 500 there. I'm not sure what would hit me. 420, yeah, there's probably an IS-8 sitting back there somewhere. So I'm just going to kind of wait. That way I don't have to worry about losing my HP. Yeah, the only tank that would do 420 is like the IS. So we got the 57 Heavy all the way across the map. There's the VK72. Let's see if we can shoot him through this little thing. Oh, yes, that was a beautiful tap. Of course, while you do have alpha, again, that one shot there made up for that miss, and now we've got, like, this IS-8 out in the open. 5 seconds, we'll get a nice tap right into you. And you can see that his whole frontal plate is pretty much overmatched by my gun. So, there you go, nice little tap for 622. So, while we weren't doing necessarily the best at the beginning, we still managed to pick up over 3,000 damage in this pretty simple game, and I still have 1,100 hit points left. That is, of course, why I do love the E100 so much. It's just a spectacular vehicle to do pretty dang well in. Now, yes, we did just lose a lot of our HP and pretty dang quickly. In fact, we're probably going to die here, which of course isn't necessarily the best thing, but I can say I'm taking shots for the team, which isn't necessarily something I can complain about. And if this T30 wants to kill me, we're going to try and get a nasty little... Well, actually, you know what? I guess we spotted the guy, and we got 3,000 assistance damage for it. So you can see this is what's great about the E100 is, while you don't necessarily get out the most damage all games, we still could have gotten an easy 4K out if a couple of my shells had hit like on that 57 or, you know, some other easy shots. But overall, you can see the E100 for both games is a pretty dang good heavy tank. It's got a lot of hit points. It's got massive alpha. You're able to trade with people, come out on top most of the time. And I absolutely love the vehicle. I didn't really get to show angling the turret that much, but my rule of thumb is kind of angle it like this. You know, put your hull, of course, you want to angle just pretty much all at a flat plate, should I say, because that way a lot of shells ricochet. So if you're going to angle the tank, I'd say angle it like this. Of course, you want to wiggle that turret back and forth. The biggest way to bounce a lot of shells is the gun. It's massive, and as well, the mantlet takes a lot of heat shells in. So, yeah, E100 spectacular tier 10 heavy in my opinion. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well out there. If you enjoy this type of content, please make sure to smash that subscribe button down below. But other than that, hope you're all doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.